So if I had to describe Dr. Cleverley's class, what would I say? You mean Bill taught classes at Ohio State? I didn't know that. How come nobody told me he taught classes? I would have taken one.
We had all heard of Bill before coming to this school the first year. In fact, it was his reputation that really led me to enroll at Ohio State. Walked into class the first day, noticed this really young-looking student with a tie on. I kind of wondered, why does this guy have a tie on? What was he trying to impress? Turns out that was Bill Cleverley, the boy wonder.
One of the constructive criticisms that Bill would give me would be my writing. And he thought that I could always write in a much more crisp manner than which I did. So, which was very interesting, because then on my first professional job, then I was accused of writing in terse verse. So somewhere along the line between Bill and my professional experience, I reached the middle ground. So Bill, here's to terse verse and crisp writing.
My favorite memory of Bill Cleverley really wasn't academic. It was when we roasted him at his birthday party, and we gave him a pair of stilts. And his sense of humor and his ability to react so favorably to the students and his love of the university was memorable.
I think quite fairly, the first of our faculty to have genuine national prominence. Bill was well recognized both by academics and by the practitioner community, and brought a great deal of notice to Ohio State. So I think that was good for us as faculty, it was good for the university, and it was certainly good for the students.
At the time I went through the program, 1990, I was coming out of undergraduate and had not majored in business. I was a science major, and so when I took Bill's class, it was my first really exposure to finance. And one of the things that I really remember is that he made finance not frightening, it was more fun. And at the time, I really enjoyed what I was learning, and it wasn't really until later that I really came to appreciate really what a privilege and an honor it was to be able to have been one of his students and to really learn from someone who's just an incredible national leader in the field of healthcare finance. And I would say so much as to he wrote the Bible of healthcare finance, and I still have it right here on the shelf.
One of the things I loved about meeting with him too, you really feel like you had the one-on-one time with Bill. I mean, you go to some of the other professors in there, they'd have stuff stacked all over the place and everything. When you go with Bill, he had nothing on his desk, totally clean desk. I don't know if that was they had nothing to do, or if he was so busy, but I'm sure he had a lot to do in there. But I mean, his desk was always just pristine there.
Bill has an ability to make complex issues simple for students, which is really a talent. It's really a gift. So it wasn't that Bill was hard to understand in terms of explaining concepts. It's just that he provided a very comprehensive overview of healthcare finance in his courses.
HSMP Alumni Society has a long-standing tradition of supporting the graduate program. We had made a decision to support the development of the Laves Professorship, and we're very proud to say that after working on raising money for that, we actually did endow the first professorship for the College of Public Health. And it was probably about 2 years after that, in conversations with a number of different alumni, they started talking about how they would like to do something in Bill's name. And we kind of had in mind that we would probably do another endowed professorship. And as we were talking with Stan said that he thought a bigger need for the graduate program would be to develop a fund whereby Ohio State could attract the best students in the country to come to Ohio State, and in exchange for bringing them here, we could actually fund their entire college stay. So that's how the Cleverley Scholarship Program got started.
My interest in the scholarship related to wanting to make sure we had great students. And when I came to events in Columbus, I had smart kids sitting across the table from me. But I also had an interest in honoring Bill. He was a great professor, and he's been part of my business life to this day. So he's on an advisory board we have, so he gets with us about once a quarter. We talk through business issues, and as we say, he always gives great advice. He's always right. We don't always follow his advice, but that's our problem, not his. But it's been a great association for me and for our company. Thanks, Bill.
So for me, it's a way to give back, a way to acknowledge somebody who's been important in my career and important in my professional life, and somebody who really helped shape who I am as a healthcare leader, and to really create that legacy that even though he's not still in the classroom, that gift can keep on giving through the fund and through attracting the best and the brightest. And certainly the fact that he was a faculty member in the program was a decision factor in my attending. And so I think having this scholarship to continue to attract a wonderful caliber student is just something that I wanted to be a part of.
It sounds trite, but paying it forward, I've always kind of grown up with the feeling that I've always had great fortune in my life, and believe that I should accept that good fortune, not with a sense of entitlement, but with a sense of responsibility, and it's out of that my giving comes.
I think of this scholarship as recognizing not just the scholarly and personal contribution of Bill Cleverley to so many of our graduates, but also recognizing the contribution of Linda Cleverley, who's been a diehard fan and supporter of the program also.
Well, it's neat to see second generation with my son now in the program, in the program this year, and the first recipient of the scholarship was and is extremely special. Something totally surprising and shocking. It was just a great memory in there, and I just I'm thrilled for my son Kevin, and just the chance to participate in this, and just seeing how this legacy Bill Cleverley is carrying on too, and if my son be able to participate is really neat. And in fact, when Kevin told me he was a recipient here too, he called me and said, "Dad, I just won this brand new scholarship in here." I said, "Oh, that's great, Kevin. What is that?" And he said, "Have you ever heard of this Bill Cleverley guy?" I said, "Yeah, I've heard of this Bill Cleverley guy."
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to the donors. It's really a great opportunity, and I couldn't be more thankful for it.
From all of us here at the Ohio State University Alumni Association, congratulations on reaching your goal and raising important scholarship dollars. Not many alumni societies can boast that they have endowed a professorship and a $1 million scholarship at the university. But now the Health Services Management and Policy Alumni Society can do just that. Thank you for your time, talent, gifts, and generosity. And congratulations, Dr. Cleverley, for making such a lasting impact on your students.